The first year of marriage is hard enough, right? So add an unplanned pregnancy and my husband doing an unpaid internship and living paycheck to paycheck, tired of having to work this job. I had to do it. I just remember feeling so exhausted and frustrated and trapped. Evie being born, that's what made it all worth it. I was holding her in my arms and she's literally the most beautiful baby. I knew my purpose after just feeling like I had just jumped from thing to thing for so long. I'm a mom. And it just felt so right. I just remember as a kid, my mom being there. That was just so important to me. I wanted to be there for my daughter. So my husband was able to go back to work, but with a huge pay cut. So I had to try to generate some income myself too. I tried being a nanny. I started a business where I would make freezer meals for people, and I gained no traction with any of them. One, I didn't love anything I was doing. Two, I was toting my daughter along to all of these events, and it just was not working. So during this time I got pregnant again, 2 kids under 2, not the best financial decision. My son Jones, this ball of life and energy. At this point it became real. I have got to find a way to make money from home. So that's when a friend suggested that I look into virtual assistants. I had no idea what a virtual assistant was, but I Googled everything I could that night. I was actually already qualified to do a lot of this. I was already emailing about kids' appointments and getting them to where they needed to be and calendar management. I was doing this already. So I remember the feeling when I got my first client. It was just this courage that came into me. I can actually make money from home with the skills I have. Validation was all that I needed to keep going. So I started getting my friends to do some of the extra work that I had. So I would pay them, they became subcontractors, and I ended up building this team to the point where there were moments where I'm pushing my kid on the swing and getting paid an invoice at the same time and realizing, oh my gosh, I'm getting paid while I'm spending time with my kids. So I had so many people asking me, Abby, how did you do this, that I decided to launch an online course to teach other people how to become virtual assistants. I remember when I developed the course, I'm thinking, is anybody going to buy this? I had 16 people buy that very first time, and it really validated, okay, other people want this. Other people need to figure out how to work from home too. So I led those 16 people through starting their own business, through launching their own services, and they were actually successful. It wasn't a fluke. What had worked for me could work for other people too. And so it just kept growing from there. I kept launching the course over and over. And so, fast forward, thousands of students have gone through our program, people all over the world. We have single moms. We have people who have battled cancer so they can't go into a normal 9-to-5. This works, and people are doing it, and people are empowered to carve their own path. The goal's always been freedom. It started out with just freedom from financial stress, but it grew into so much more. Freedom to make my own plan for the day, freedom to be able to take off and go to lunch with my kids at their school, freedom to travel, freedom to choose adventure, freedom to make my own plan and be proud of it. And that's why I do what I do.